of reversal is like kind of haunting many people. People ask all the time. Many people want to criticize the current government. Oh no, don't criticize because it could revert the whole change back to the dark age. It seemed like a Indian movie, or like Burmese melodrama. If your mom is like lying down on her bed with heart failure, and then she forced her daughter to get married with the old guy, and if you don't dare to say anything bad, it will affect your mother's heart failure, right? So that kind of, like under pressure will be like, people are so worried about reversal. I think it's more to do with transition. This is the language I borrowed from Chinese scholars like the Minxin Pei using. The transition could be trapped as it is without moving forward. I mean, they won't go back because this is what they want. They got everything they want right now. International recognition, investment, trade. They can hang out with the U.S. military in the corporate goal exercise. I mean, then many ethnic minorities are now okay with them. And this is what they want without losing their power. So why don't they go back to the dark age? The most likely possibility is the transition can be trapped as the way it is. And people still live with a false hope. And, so the first one is, and before I go to this, I think the first problem is the legitimacy crisis, the challenge. The current government came to power with the 2008 constitution, and then all these fraud and, sham election. So they do not have the legitimacy. Even though they co-opted Aung San Suu Kyi, but they still lack legitimacy. You can see in many incidents, like Liberalization incidents and so many incidents, these guys are so scared. They know they are standing on the sand. So this is a very weak legitimacy. The other problem is that, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, I spoke to many people, opposition as well as the government. There has been no fundamental understanding or pact between Aung San Suu Kyi as an opposition and the Burmese military. How to manage the transition? What is our plan for the next 5 years, 10 years? How are you going to retreat from the politics? There's been nothing, that kind of pact. The way that Aung San Suu Kyi and President Thein they reach the understanding is more like ad hoc. You join parliament, we make a free and fair election. And then, so that kind of like give and take, like ad hoc thing then, fundamental understanding, that's a big problem. It seems like, Aung San Suu Kyi does not reveal, what she is taught to Thein. Even though she keeps praising the accountability and transparency, but she's the only one who refused to speak out, until now. Even Thein spoke to VOA and other media about what she talked to Aung San Suu Kyi. Anyway, I stopped talking about this. So, but the risk is, even though there haven't been any pact between them, there's no, for Aung San Suu Kyi, she doesn't seem to pursue that kind of pact in the future too. What she focused too much now is she focused too much on to win the election. She want to replicate 1990 election. Right? See, look, people still support me. I'm still popular. People love me. I can win the election, 99%. I can defeat them. But the thing is, in the post-conflict society, winner take all game rarely works. 1990 election, the main problem is that the victory of NLD make the government or the military regime insecure. And look at the Cambodia, Roderick and Hansen. In the post-conflict society, if you play winner take all game, this is not a good prospect. Another problem is ethnic peace. As I said, it's very likely Burmese military, I don't think Burmese military trained their heart or they endorse federalism. I think they want to do all these things mainly because of 2014. That will be Association of Southeast Asia Summit in Burma. A lot of ASEAN leaders, even President Obama, will be napped off. I don't think Burmese government thinks they want these international leaders reading the front page of the newspaper about Kachin War. I think they really want to avoid that scenario. Because that will be disaster for them. Because what they want to use ASEAN Summit is to attract foreign investment. Right? So if it is the case, that's like one challenge in terms of ethnic peace. And another problem is a lot of Burmese senior officers, they think that they don't really understand the underlying issues of the ethnic politics in Burma. They think if they can make economically grow in the ethnic area, they think that the ethnic will be happy. Something along the line with China, with the Chinese, try to solve the problem. You make them like enough to eat and like wear and like, even they say at one point he wanted to see ethnic youth using the laptop computer, So the issue is, if they think they can substitute development for the ethnic rights, equal rights, that's another challenge. And also there's another, like the political economic dimension of ethnic conflict, drug trade, the natural resource extraction, and so on and so forth. So let me go quick, actually. I don't want Larry wait a long time. And another problem is in civil society. It's a good we have civil society because we supported all these independent groups. In past, what we did was whoever were like strong and against the government or military regime, courageously, we supported them. We don't really examine whether they hold democratic values and human rights values and non-liberal values. We just supported them so long as they are against the government. But now, what happened in Oregon State, in the western part of Burma, and what happened in other incidents in some areas of Burma, I'm not here to argue whether there's a Rohingya as an ethnic group in Burma or not. I mean, this is not a place I want to talk about. But to me, if someone trying to dehumanize a group, either social group, ethnic group, or religious group, you start categorically dehumanize them. That's unacceptable. That's what happened among many Burmese. Many Burmese treated like Rohingya or like Bengali as you're not human, basically. You're an invader. You're a parasite. So then that's really played in the hand of the military. And people like even opposition, some of the opposition leaders start talking about we have to fight for the national security. I mean, it's a very disturbing to me. So, especially in every society, we have a fringe extremists, even in the United States. But the issue is the leadership must step in. Correct. The President Obama's speech on race in 2008 it's very important. That's what we did in Burma. Aung San Suu Kyi or 88 generation leaders or even the president, they say, come out and say, look, this is too extreme, unacceptable. This is what we should pay attention to: human rights, human dignity, and democratic governance. I mean, that sort of values, that's what we need to. So what do we do? I think the same as last year, I put we should not sit sideline, repeat old strategy, and these are all what I said in last year. Ethnic rights is most important, and then instead of state-centric, people here should pay attention to society-centric approach, and we should think post-2015 scenario too. Probably we should think post-Aung San Suu Kyi politics too. That's another thing we should think about. We should think about it. And the last one thing I may want to add for this year is I think we should be less partisan. If you're partisan, it's really hard to see clearly. We should be more, as I said in many incidents in Burma, should be more look for the facts and see what's going on. Otherwise, we will end up like sensational media and irresponsible comments from different corners of the movement. Having said that, thank you all for patience and listening.